On the news tonight, Anambra State government targets to transform tourism sector. Anambra Women Affairs Commissioner Mrs. Obinabo calls for collective action to end violence against women. Nigeria Railway Corporation to commence linking of train passengers' profiles with national identification numbers from May this year. Armed group kills 7 Pakistani soldiers near Afghan border. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoki. The State Commissioner for Entertainment, Culture and Tourism, Mr. Don Onyenji, has assured that Anambra State will soon become the first choice center for tourist attractions in Nigeria. Mr. Onyenji was speaking during a maiden meeting with the staff of the ministry at the Jerome Udoji State Secretariat, Oka. Chibuzobidike has the details.
According to Mr. Onyenji, the job to achieve the vision will be an all-inclusive one that will require the commitment and the action of everyone to be able to meet up with the task ahead and the mandate of the governor. The commissioner pointed out that with the antecedent of Professor Soludo all over the world, the state in no distant time will be a place to reckon with and ask them to work hard towards elevating the state to the desired position. He explained that each of the 3 sectors attached to the ministry is broad-based, but are areas where the state has comparative advantages because they are sectors driven by Ndi Anambra all over the world. According to the commissioner, several things Ndi Anambra are known for, such as dances, masquerading, artifacts, and talents have the capacity of bringing the world to the state when properly harnessed and assured them of better, brighter days ahead.
Job is all-inclusive. Everybody is expected to show commitment, vision, action, so we can move with the pace His Excellency, Mr. Governor, has come over. We are going to celebrate what we have here and ensure that Nigerians come to Anambra to enjoy themselves. The governor said he's going to make Anambra livable and prosperous.
In his remarks, the Director of Tourism, Mr. Emma Ume Okana, on behalf of the staff of the ministry, expressed delight with the choice of the commissioner as, according to him, he is versatile in the field and assured him of their unalloyed support for his quest of driving the ministry in line with the vision of Professor Soludo for a better Anambra.
I am an integral with the entertainment aspect of the job. We welcome you, sir. On behalf of the staff of the Ministry of Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, that we will give you maximum cooperation. We will be there to give you support and put in extra effort to make sure you succeed.
The ministry staff, with their local mom and Nsu Ojo, danced to show their love for the new commissioner.
The Anambra Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Mrs. Ify Obinabo, has expressed sadness over the death of the late Osinachi Nwachukwu, which was as a result of alleged domestic violence inflicted by her husband. The commissioner made this known when she received members of the Nigerian Association of Women Journalists, Anambra State Chapter, in her office at the Women's Development Center, Oka. Onyinye Agubeze has the details.
Addressing the group, Commissioner Obinabo decried violence of all forms, especially those on women, appealing to parents to allow their daughters who are in abusive marriages to come back to them, as she noted that separation is not divorce. She said that Anambra women are not happy with the terrible death of their wife, Osinachi Nwachukwu, while calling on victims of abuse and family and friends who know anyone facing such situation to speak up. Mrs. Obinabo, who noted that the ministry will operate an open-door policy, said that as a proud broadcaster, she will use her office to sensitize women on issues, particularly those pertaining to violence.
I am calling on mothers, parents, that we shouldn't see marrying our daughters out as the end of that daughter's rights in your family. When it is not going on well, that girl, that lady, should have the right of going back to the father's house than staying there and dying.
Earlier, the chairman of NAWOJ Anambra State Chapter, Mrs. Franklin Onyekachi, who led the team, congratulated the commissioner on her new appointment, saying that her effort in the media has paid off. She solicited for partnership from the ministry to protect the affairs of women in Anambra State.
And then we're also here to ask for partnership. Your ministry aligns with what we do. We are all for the good of women and children. We are seeing to the welfare of women and children. We are speaking against violence against women and girls.
In Oka, I am Onye Agubeze reporting for ABS News.
The Managing Director of Anambra Signage and Advertisement Agency, Chief Jude Emecheta, has bowed out of service after 8 years of stewardship. Paul Ezekiel was there and reports that in a brief ceremony at the agency's office in Oka, which attracted stakeholders in and outside the Ministry of Information, including the Commissioner for Information, Chief Paul Mosu, among others, Chief Emecheta handed over to the Chief Operating Officer of the agency, Mr. Chijoke Abanyim. His reports.
In a brief ceremony at the agency's office in Oka, which attracted stakeholders in and outside the Ministry of Information, including the Commissioner for Information, Chief Paul Mosu, among others, Chief Emecheta handed over to the Chief Operating Officer of the agency, Mr. Chijoke Abanyim. The Commissioner, Chief Mosu, in a speech, extolled the remarkable contributions of Chief Emecheta to the growth and development of the agency. He expressed satisfaction that to date, Anambra Signage and Advertising Agency remains the strongest government advertising agency in the country, second only to Lagos State, noting that Chief Emecheta is leaving a legacy that will challenge his successor. The Commissioner called on staff of the agency to sustain hard work and dedication to duty to consolidate on achievements recorded so far, assuring that he will give the agency all necessary encouragement and support to excel.
You may be exiting, I won't call it retiring, because I know you are not tired. You are stepping up to greater heights. Because then to the rest of you, I will say this. Chief Jude Emecheta has left a legacy here. You people have a huge challenge to sustain the legacy he has left here.
Earlier, Chief Emecheta, while thanking the former governor of the state, Chief Willie Obiano, for allowing him to serve the state, also commended him for supporting the candidature of Governor Chukwuma Soludo, whom he noted has started giving the state purposeful and focused leadership from the inception of his administration. He noted that the governor appointed homegrown first-class individuals with wealth of experience in his cabinet to make a clear difference, while also commending his courage and political will in confronting security challenges and embarking on the upgrade of Oboko and the environs. Chief Emecheta expressed satisfaction that after 8 years, the agency has been well repositioned for better.
We as a team, we were able to let Anambra understand what the agency was all about, in spite of all the challenges that we had at that point in time. So first of all, we were able to sell answer to Anambra. There's nobody in Anambra today that does not know Anambra State Signage and Advertisement Agency. As time went on, we were able to get in Anambra to begin to pay to Anambra State government for their signages and all that. We want to attract The LEDs in Anambra State, we never had it in Anambra State. We attracted LEDs, about 9 of them. That's what about 750 million naira. The agency in Anambra today is like a beautiful bride. If you ask anybody which agency do you want to go to, they'll tell you they want to go to ANSA.
In his remarks, the Chief Operating Officer of the agency, Mr. Abanyim, lauded Chief Emecheta for laying a strong foundation for the growth of the agency and wished him well in future endeavors.
The formation and installation, the enactment of the law that established this agency, he was part of it all through the process. We know there will be challenges in future. And when those challenges come, because of his experience in ANSA, because of what he knows about ANSA, we told him that we'll always have recourse to get back to him, that he still remains the father of ANSA as it were.
Also speaking, a consultant to the agency, Chief Emeka Okonkwo, explained that the house numbering project of the agency is aimed at giving the state a database for smart state to digitize its socioeconomic activities, including e-commerce. Those present at the ceremony include the acting managing director of the Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mr. Gabe Obaleze, and the managing director and editor-in-chief of Anambra Newspapers, Printing and Publishing Corporation, the publishers of National Light, Sashuka Nnabife. In Oka, Paul Ezoke, ABS News.
The member representing Orumba South constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly, Chief Ima Nwafo, has declared his intention to contest for Orumba South State constituency in the 2023 general elections. The lawmaker disclosed this while exchanging views with journalists in Izira. House of Assembly correspondent Chukwemeka Montilim reports.
The lawmaker, who has picked expression of interest and nomination form ahead of the 2023 general elections, urged the people of Orumba South constituency to support his re-election bid based on his legendary performance and that he can become a principal officer of the Anambra State House of Assembly and will use his position to attract more dividends of democracy to them. He recalled that for the past 2 years and 9 months he has been in the house, he built a gigantic bungalow for Mr. Ikechukwu Anna and his family from Ororo village, Umunze, constructed an ultra-modern examination hall for Victory High School, Ezira, empowered thousands of Orumba youths and women with empowerment tools like shuttle buses, tricycles, and motorcycles. Chief Nwafo maintained that if he is re-elected, he will complete some projects he started in his constituency, execute more constituency projects, and sponsor more bills and motions that can make a positive impact on the lives of his constituents. He appreciated Governor Chukwuma Soludo for appointing his constituents, Dr. Foster Inyejiofo, Commissioner for Agriculture, assuring that his constituents are solidly behind him.
I'm asking the good people of Orumba South to re-elect me for this new election of 2023 State House of Assembly so that I can finish what I have as a project. I've gone on training. This first time is like a training. And I believe by the time I come for the second tenure, whatever mistakes I must have made in the past will be corrected this time around. There are some principal officers positions which they cannot give to a first timer. That time I will have the opportunity or even the privilege to have this kind of principal officer's position so that I can still use it to help my people.
In an interview, a member of Orumba South constituency, Mr. Okechukwu Okoli, said that the legislator deserves a second tenure, given his excellent performance in office. He disclosed that the 15 communities in Orumba South constituency have felt the impact of Chief Nwafo's quality representation, adding that he is still the best man for the Orumba South constituency job.
I believe he still stands to be one of the best candidates we have so far, considering the good works he has been doing in the state and local government. We, the sons and daughters of Orumba South local government, have been applauding him so far for putting up structures and like that of the Victory High School in Nigeria, and gifting the residents, some residents in Umunze, a bungalow, and giving them houses, renovating their previous houses and so. Yes, countless people that he has helped, those he's giving them vehicles, he's just the best, he's just the perfect.
From Ezira, Chukwuemeka Modelem, ABS News.
The Anambra State Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Mr. Adeoye Irelewuye, says over 1,000 officers and men of the command will be deployed across major roads in the state during the Easter celebration. Mr. Irelewuye disclosed this while chatting with newsmen in his office in Oka. Dan Ezigwe has the details.
According to him, a total of 420 regular marshals will be deployed alongside 604 special marshals. He said that the number is in anticipation of heavy traffic during the busy period, with special concentration on points with dominant traffic records like Onitsha Bridgehead, Nnewi, Building Materials, Obunike, and other similar areas. Reacting to the tragic road accident that reportedly claimed 5 lives at the north axis of Enugu-Onitsha Expressway some days ago, Mr. Irelewuye said that having occurred at night while it was raining with thunderstorms, the cause could have been low visibility from drivers of both vehicles. He commiserated with the family of deceased, but advised road users against traveling at night or while it is raining heavily. On the mother of 2 men serving under the command by unknown armed men, Mr. Irelewuye regretted the incident and described it as part of the job hazards, but insisted that the morale of men and officers of the command can never be dampened by the actions of enemies of peace.
The expected increase in traffic volume during the Easter special patrols, we have prepared in anticipation, and we are deploying for regular marshals about 420 regular marshals and 604 special marshals. So we are deploying over 1,000 personnel for this period. Quickly correct one point. It wasn't actually as completely as a result of bad driving, but at the time of the crash indicated that there was a storm, there was a rainstorm during that period, and it was in the night. So those 2 factors combined together is very challenging, in any driving situation. Avoid night driving as much as possible. If you can, avoid it. If you cannot, make sure your vehicle is in good condition, the lights are working properly, and that you yourself, you can see. We are committed to creating a safer motoring environment, and we will not stop to do that, no matter what it costs.
In Oka, Daniel Ezigwe, ABS News.
The Nigerian Railway Corporation has announced that beginning from May this year, it will start linking the profiles of its train passengers with the various national identification numbers. It disclosed this while providing the 8th updates on the Abuja-Kaduna train that was bombed by terrorists in Kaduna State on March 28, 2022. The Managing Director, NRC, Fidet Okiria, also stated that the corporation had now reread the last rolling stock and that all 14 derailed rolling stock, including 11 coaches on the ill-fated train and 2 coaches and 1 locomotive on the rescue train, had all been derailed. He said the derailed coaches and the locomotive have been moved from the incident site to NRC's stations in Idu and Rigasa. He stated that intensive track repair works had continued at the site of the attack, adding that an advanced level of track repairs had been achieved and hoped to be rounded off in the next 10 days. The NRC boss added that the security agencies are working tirelessly to ensure the rescue and release of the passengers abducted by the bandits during the attack. The National Monetary Fund has said its Resilience and Sustainability Trust for Low-Income and Vulnerable Middle-Income Countries will come into effect on May 1, 2022. According to the IMF, the trust aims to help low-income and vulnerable middle-income countries address long-term structural challenges that pose macroeconomic risks, including climate change and pandemics. The Managing Director, IMF, Ms. Kristalina Georgieva, disclosed this in a statement announcing the trust in Washington, D.C. Meanwhile, the IMF says cryptocurrencies are vulnerable to market liquidity and cyber risks. According to the body, even though crypto does not have a central intermediary, it has grown rapidly within the last 2 years. At least 7 Pakistani soldiers have been killed in an ambush by an armed group near the Afghan border. According to a military statement released, a Pakistani military convoy in a former stronghold of the Pakistan Taliban, known by the acronym TTP, near the Afghan border was ambushed, triggering an intense shootout in which 7 soldiers and 4 members of the armed group were killed. The statement said the ambush took place in the Isham area of North Waziristan, a district in the volatile northwestern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. The incident comes as Pakistan's military said that 128 armed fighters have been killed in the region bordering Afghanistan since January. The military acknowledged that nearly 100 soldiers have been killed in such attacks during the same period, paying tribute to the killed soldiers. Pakistan's new Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said Islamabad would continue fighting terrorism. 9-time champions Nigeria will know their group phase opponents at the 12th Women Africa Cup of Nations when the draw is staged on Monday 25th April 2022. Goals by new birds Ifeoma Onumonu and Esther Okoronkwo steered the Super Falcons to a 3-0 aggregate win over Cote d'Ivoire in the final round of the qualifiers in February. Nigeria won the first edition of the Women Africa Cup of Nations, then known as Africa Women Championship, staged in the country in 1998 and has won 7 other championships. The only time the Super Falcons did not emerge victorious in the history of the competition were when the tournaments were staged in Equatorial Guinea in 2008 and 2012. This year's tournament in Morocco, 2nd to 23rd of July, comes with added advantage as the 4 semi-finalists will represent Africa at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup finals in Australia and New Zealand. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television and subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV and log on to our website www.absradiotv.com. And now a recap of the main points before we go on the news. Anambra State government is targeting to transform tourism sector. Anambra Women Affairs Commissioner Mrs. Obinabo has called for collective action to end violence against women. Nigeria Railway Corporation is to commence linking of train passengers' profiles with national identification numbers from May this year. Armed group has killed 7 Pakistani soldiers near Afghan border. And here's a special message before we go. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news tonight. Thanking you so very immensely for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke. Good night and stay safe.